Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Baldurs Gate 3. Wie in der letzten Folge schon erwähnt, ist das erste, was wir heute machen. Eine lange Rast, bevor wir uns weiter in dem Goblinlager umgucken. Und vor allem in diesem Schuppen.
One horn, the stink of Avernus, advocatus diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
Karlach, the archdevil Zariel's gladiator, come to burn the Sword Coast to ash.
Ah, ihr zwei seid euch schon begegnet.
If by met you mean hoofing it through the hells with this fucker on my tail.
Shut it, devil. I know your kind. A heart darker than a shadow's nightmares. You'd cut a child's throat just to taste the blood.
A devil? I didn't take the blade for a fool. I'm...
A great fire roars through you. The fire of the first hell. You are Karlach, tearing through demons across a blood-red landscape of fire and volcanic cinder. The front lines of the blood war. With every swing of her axe, Karlach fulfills Mistress Zariel's purpose.
Proof, clear as summer sky. It's over, Karlach. It's time you feel the sting of the blade.
I've tried to tell you. I'm not what you think I am.
Another vision. Karlach's blade rays slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Will shudders with Karlach's desperation. She is a victim of the blood war, not an agent of it.
By Balduran's helm, No, I will not be tricked.
You saw the truth. I may be an effective soldier, but I never wanted to serve Zariel. Legged it away from her the first chance I got.
And yet you served.
Hört auf. Ihr habt es auch gesehen. Karlach ist keine
Will
Gefahr.
catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
No! Devils cannot be trusted!
Sieht ja jetzt nicht aus wie ein Teufel. Sie ist keine Teufelin und das wisst ihr.
Would you listen to sense? This doesn't have to end badly for either of us. You know monsters better than anyone. Can't you look in my eyes and see I'm not a devil?
You don't know what this means. You don't know what you're asking me to do.
I'm asking you to live, Will. I don't want to hurt you. And to be frank, I'd rather not find out how the blade got his name. I swear to you, on all I am not what you think.
Shit! Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce. I see the good in you, Karlach. I promise not to lose sight of it. Even when the hells burn hottest.
Das war interessant. Gott sei Dank ist keiner gestorben.
Glad Will saw sense. Even more glad he decided to stick around. Takes a pretty slick mover to track down old Karlach.
Ja, ich bin auch froh. Schön, dass ihr Frieden schließen konntet.
Same. Now, instead of a liability, I've got a friend. Or I will have soon, anyway. Hey, soldier.
Ich habe mich um die Paladine gekümmert.
You did? Wow. That was sound of you. Why'd you do it?
Für einen Kampf bin ich immer zu hart.
Same. Wish you could have brought me along for the ride. but I'm just happy those ignots are off my tail. Then again, facing them down might have put my tin can into overdrive. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
Wie bei den Höhlen kommt ja an eine infernalische Maschine.
High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those paladins, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find him.
Ja, der Tiefling.
A weaponsmith, huh? Not sure if he's the guy, but I'd love to find out. A tune-up would do this rusty heart a world of good. What's on your mind? The year, 10 air. The place, sleepy little town called Baldurs Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-knee delinquent from the outer city with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
Sagt es ihm.
I'll mete out the best ones bit by bit, so you always have a reason to keep me around. Clever, right? Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again. Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Was macht die Maschine mit euch?
Gives me energy. Power. But you've seen it in action. Very hard to control. If I'm excited at all, angry, nervous, delighted, enticed, I burn hot. Hot enough to burn anyone who gets close.
Ihr müsst euch eingesperrt fühlen.
I try not to think about it. I still think about it constantly, but, you know, I try. One of these days, I'll sort the whole infernal affair out, get myself cooled off, and start making up for lost time. But not today.
I'd like some time to talk.
Seems like Will and Karlach will play nice from now on. Saves us having to pick sides.
Warten.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely. Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you. Let's see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Ja, es ist eure Sache. Ich verurteile euch nicht.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
Gibt's
You
hier was
already know
Neues?
my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
Wie seid ihr denn dazu gekommen, Shah zu verehren?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Selûnites tell. What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Genau sowas meine ich.
No, I can't. I mean, I literally can't. There's certain things I can't remember right now. Shah's secrets must be preserved above all else. All who worship her know this. I have had certain memories suppressed, voluntarily, so that I can serve Shah without compromising her. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then my memories will be restored.
Das klingt sehr extrem.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Alles klar. Achso, Moment. Öffnen. Öffnen. Und dann versuche ich mal ein bisschen Platz im Inventar zu machen. Indem ich einfach alles, was ich habe, hier reinwerfe. Das behalte ich. Ich weiß nicht, ob es eine schnellere Möglichkeit gibt, das da reinzumachen. Nein. So. So, und schon habe ich viel mehr Platz wieder. Und ansonsten... ich habe noch nichts, um hier irgendwie zu sortieren. Deswegen kommt das jetzt einfach erstmal alles so da rein. Was ich im Moment nicht brauche. Dann haben wir es nämlich für später. Brief. Genau, die 3 Briefe. Haushaltsgebet. Gebetszettel. Kleine Nadel kommt da noch rein. So. Und weiter geht's.
Nothing like a little camp drama to spice up the evening. It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
Good thing for Will that Karlak called a truce. A tiefling that mighty would shred him to pieces and burn the remains. Now, what did you need?
Bilde ich mir das nur ein? Oder seht ihr mich anders an?
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge you. I thought you witless, gutless, unimpressively bland.
Fein. Danke. Und ich hielt euch für grausam, stur und voreingenommen.
Yes, all that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Wollt ihr etwas mit mir anwandeln?
Isn't it obvious? I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later, but I want it all the same. Do you?
Wenn ich jetzt ja sage, passiert dann das, was ich denke, was passiert? Also ich habe jetzt gespeichert. Ich bin eigentlich für, ich bin geschmeichelt, aber die Antwort ist nein.
Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Better not be
Wenn ich jetzt
cursed.
schlafen gehe, habe ich dann quasi eine Szene? Ja, das ist nur für Testzwecke. Okay, jetzt ist aber nichts passiert. Dann hätte ich gerne bitte nochmal das Gespräch. Also,
Do you?
es tut mir leid, aber meine Antwort ist nein.
Your loss, I fear. One day soon, you will wonder how my lips might have tasted, how my fingers on your skin might have felt, and you will wish you could return to this lost moment.
What path lies before me?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
Wer ist denn diese Kontaktperson?
I can say only this. Karlak's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Muss ich mir Gedanken machen.
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me. Well met.
Was haltet ihr von Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
Mit Leuten wie ihm mache ich keine Geschäfte.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Ja, deswegen mache ich ja auch keinen Deal mit ihm.
Thank goodness that's all dealt with. The odds are stacked high enough against us already. They'll need to turn on each other.
Na, er hat auch nicht viel zu erzählen. Dann sind wir einmal rum. Und lange Rast. Kratzer, hey! Moment. Ich habe irgendwo noch... Moment. Ah. Typ. Da ist es.
Something's on my mind.
Hope you're keeping well, friend. Master? Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was gone. I'll never forget him. But I'm glad to have met you.
Ihn streicheln. Und die Süßi. Ach, wie süß. Im Lager verlassen.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Ja.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a dark justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a dark justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldurs Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Danke, dass ihr mir das erzählt habt. Achso. Moment.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Na super, ich habe gedacht, wir können noch mehr sagen. Ja, so ist es halt. Okay. Haben die Geräusche jetzt hier aufgehört?
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Oh.
Go away!
Ich kann nicht anders.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
Ich meine, das Spiel bietet es mir an. Dann muss ich es halt auch einfach machen.
What the hell are you doing? Ihr habt solche Lärmveranstaltungen. Ja, das stimmt nicht, aber es ist bestimmt witzig. Ja. Smash! Oh, smash you!
Oh Gott.
Don't disturb a half ogre in the making.
Ups. Da liegt doch noch eine Leiche. Ja. Okay. Grottenschrat. Hat aber keine Resistenz. Und der Ober auch nicht. Oh Gott. 60%. Vorteile bin ich ja nicht, gell? Nein. Wieder mal. Kritischer Fehlschlag. Ich stelle mich hin.
Get out! Out!
I will not know failure.
Genau, nochmal Tatendrang und da nochmal. Sehr gut. Ah, dann komme ich nicht weit genug. Zielpunkt nicht erreichbar. Warum? Komme ich da nicht durch? Fehlschlag.
Survival is all that matters.
So, und dann
Time
zurück.
to press ahead.
Oh Gott. Schockgriff. Oha. Und... Ah, ich kann einfach so weg, okay.
Yes, here.
Victory awaits. It has it.
Und noch Knaufschlag.
My faith will protect me.
Oh Gott.
Bugbear and an ogre.
Let's just put this behind us. Far behind us.
Tut mir leid. Ich konnte nicht anders. Aber guck mal, was es hier alles gibt. Das hätten wir sonst alles verpasst. Avi, Asud und andere Götter. Asud, die Magier lenkt, die lernen ihr Leben lang. Ihre Zauber er ihnen schenkt, doch zu Mystra führt ihr Drang. Wendet Tyrannen die schwarze Hand, nährt der starken und grausamen Macht. Verbreitet Dunkelheit im Land, bis alles wird zu finsterer Nacht. Beschreiber erzürnt, wer nicht spurt, wer nicht spricht ihr Gebet. Von Timura getrennt bei Geburt, für Pech und Unglück sie steht. Da war jemand sehr kreativ. Wasser. Ich würde gern... Moment. Das Reich durch Boeings Augen. Das Buch öffnet sich bei einer mit einem Eselsohr versehenen Seite, auf der Bumpu die ungewöhnlichen Völker beschreibt, denen er auf seinen Reisen begegnet ist. Aber sie waren nicht halb so merkwürdig wie die Vogelleute. Die erste Arakokra, der ich begegnete, hatte den Kopf eines Papageis, den Körper eines Menschen und die Flügel wiederum eines Papageis. Ich bemühte mich, sie nicht anzustarren, doch es fiel mir schwer. Und mein Erstaunen nahm nur noch weiter zu. Denn an ihrem Tisch saßen auch ein Tabaxi, Katzenmensch, ein Genasi, Elementarmensch und ein Tortel, Schildkrötenmensch. Ich bemühte, ganz beiläufig zu wirken, als ich sie fragte, was zu den Höllen sie alles seien. Sie ignorierten mich, doch ich kann es ihnen nicht verübeln. Für sie muss ich schrecklich öd und durchschnittlich ausgesehen haben. Denn sie waren zwar die ersten ihrer Art, die ich je gesehen hatte, ich aber war für sie nur einer von 1 Milliarde von langweiligen Menschen. So, und jetzt einmal noch ihn durchschauen. Elixier der Rinderhaut. Die Rüstungsklasse auf 16 zu erhöhen. Elixier des Helmuts. 10 temporäre Trefferpunkte. Und ein Bronzebarren. Und eine Schweinelande.
Best be on my way.
Hat sich ja dann gelohnt, da mal reinzugucken.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Da schläft einer.
These weapon blueprints. A master blacksmith's work.
Not too refined here.
Stopp, ey, nur mit er.
Ideas sketched out.
Kann ich?
It's gonna pass. Bless the oblivious.
Jawohl.
Delightful. Thank you.
Ja, die Wurfsperre, die lasse ich ihm. Und einfach leise an ihm vorbei.
Does this count as adventuring? Breathe deep and move. What's hiding here? Something's waiting up ahead.
Boden.
Moving ahead.
Oh.
Right. Time to skulk about. Let's see what you're hiding.
Stopp, stopp, warte mal. Kannst du nicht einfach darüber laufen? Spinnennetz.
Don't waste a step.
So, nochmal kurz speichern.
As the symbol glows,
Power courses through you. Authority.
Gott. Täuschen, einschüchtern, überzeugen. Erstmal Gedanken wahrnehmen. Ich glaube, hier stimmt irgendwas nicht. Okay, wirklich? Er macht Unsinn bei der Windmühle. Würde an eurer Stelle aber nirgends hingehen. Kurze. Rüber.
With every breath.
Das ausprobieren. Also ich speichere nochmal. Weil wenn ich sie jetzt schubse. Wow. Ja, okay. Ich dachte, die kriegt ein bisschen mehr Schaden, wenn sie da runterfällt. Dem ist wohl nicht so. Dann lasse ich das lieber, weil im Moment greifen die uns ja noch nicht an. So.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Alles nehmen.
What's inside? Should mind my step.
Scheint die Goblins nicht zu interessieren. Ich gehe lieber hier vorne raus. Nicht, dass wir den armen Kerl nur wecken. Und dann haben wir ja hier auch noch einen Wegpunkt.
I should speak up.
If you want to keep your insides on the inside, don't cause any trouble.
Okay. Ja, warte, ich wollte noch vor dem Tor gucken. Genau. Was steht denn hier?
Moonhaven.
Liam isn't here.
We didn't make it this far. You saw them grab him.
You don't gotta remind me.
Moment mal, ja, den kennen wir doch.
Thought you was busy with the foul bloods in Elson's Grove.
Ich dachte, ihr werdet damit beschäftigt, eure Truppe anzuführen.
Not no more. The contract didn't mention no goblins. I would have prepped the lads, brought better weapons.
Was für ein Auftrag?
The kind that leaves half your crew dead. There's a wizard in Baldurs Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Finde ich das denn?
It's called the Night Song. Supposed to be hidden under the temple where the goblins jumped us. I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. Goblins made short of the fat old chunk. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying.
Nehme ich, danke.
Don't thank me. I'll be well on my way to Baldur's Gate when you die. I'm just glad to be rid of the bloody thing. Happy hunting.
Come on.
We're wasting time.
Ihr wollt damit nichts anfangen? Dann nehme ich mir das Zeug.